Have you ever noticed something strange? The more available you become, the less peace you have. The more messages you answer, the more messages arrive. The more people gain access to your attention, the less control you feel over your own life. And here's the uncomfortable truth. Most people don't have a time management problem. They have an access problem. Everyone has access to them. And if that continues, one day you'll wake up and realize you've spent your entire life responding instead of living. Welcome to the Stoic morality. Today we're going to explore why being available to everyone is slowly destroying your peace, your focus, and even your identity. 100 years ago, people had to travel to reach you. Then they had to call. Now, they can interrupt you instantly, anytime, anywhere, while you're working, while you're eating, while you're resting, while you're thinking. Your attention has become public property, and most people don't even realize it. How many times have you checked your phone today? 10 times? 50? 100? Be honest, because your answer says far more about your freedom than you think. Imagine a beautiful house. Now imagine that house has no doors, no locks, no boundaries. Anyone can enter. At any time, day or night. Would you feel safe? Of course not. Yet millions of people live exactly this way. Mentally, every notification, every opinion, every demand, every request, allowed in without question. The Stoics understood something powerful. A life without boundaries becomes a life without peace. Many people believe they're tired because they work too much, but often, they're tired because they react too much. Every notification creates a small interruption. Every interruption steals focus. Every stolen focus costs energy. And by the end of the day, you haven't built anything meaningful. You've simply been reacting, like a leaf being pushed around by the wind. Tell me in the comments, what's your biggest distraction right now? Social media, messages, news, work? Marcus Aurelius ruled an empire, yet he constantly reminded himself, you have power over your mind. Notice what he didn't say. He didn't say you have power over other people. He didn't say you control events. He said, you control your mind. But how can you control your mind if everyone else controls your attention? Think about that. Here's something fascinating. The more available you become, the more people expect your availability. If you reply instantly every day, people become upset the one day you don't. Not because you've done something wrong, but because you've trained them. This is human psychology. Availability creates expectation. Expectation creates pressure. Pressure destroys peace. Let's compare two things, air and gold. Air is everywhere. Gold is rare. Which one feels valuable? Scarcity creates value. The same applies to your time. When you're available every second, people unconsciously treat your time as unlimited. But when your time is protected, people respect it. This isn't arrogance. It's self-respect. Social media companies compete for one thing, your attention, not your happiness, not your growth, your attention. Because attention can be sold. Every notification, every alert, every red icon is designed to pull you back. Not because it's important, but because you're profitable. The Stoics would have recognized this instantly. Anything that controls your attention controls part of your life. The Stoic philosopher Seneca wrote something remarkable. He said, people protect their money carefully, yet they give away their time freely. Think about that. If someone stole $10 from you, you'd notice. If social media steals 3 hours today, many people don't even realize it happened. Yet which one is more valuable? Money can return, time never does. Every yes has a hidden no. When you say yes to distractions, you say no to focus. When you say yes to interruptions, you say no to progress. When you say yes to everyone, you eventually say no to yourself. That's the hidden cost nobody talks about. The Stoics weren't antisocial. They weren't cold. They weren't detached from humanity. They simply understood boundaries. A boundary is not a wall. It's a filter. It allows what helps you and blocks what harms you. Without boundaries, everything enters, including chaos. Imagine if you reclaim just 2 hours every day. No distractions, no notifications, no interruptions. That's 14 hours a week, more than 700 hours every year. What could you build? A business, a stronger body, a new skill, a better future? Most people don't lack potential, they lack uninterrupted time. At some point, you must decide. Do you want to be available to everyone or present in your own life? Because you cannot fully be both. Every great achievement requires periods of isolation, periods where your attention belongs only to you. Starting today, ask yourself one question before responding. Does this deserve my attention? Not every notification deserves a response. Not every argument deserves engagement. Not every opinion deserves consideration. This single question can transform your life. One day, your life will end, and nobody will count how quickly you replied to messages. Nobody will remember how many notifications you answered. What they'll remember is what you created, who you became, how you lived, the relationships you built, the courage you showed, the purpose you followed. Don't trade those things away for constant availability. Protect your attention, protect your peace, protect your future, because every moment you give away unnecessarily is a moment you'll never get back. And remember, if everyone owns your attention, you no longer own your life. If this message resonated with you, comment, "My time is mine." I read every comment. And if you're committed to discipline, wisdom, and inner strength, subscribe to the Stoic morality. Because here, we don't chase motivation. We build character. See you in the next lesson.